Relax. The laws of physics in the library do not work the same as in reality. Let's keep moving. We have entered the unknown sector, a derivative sector created by the library itself through the method of exhaustion. Nothing. What is written here does not make any sense. Do you know why the earliest humans built this tower? Because they discovered that if they offered their words and knowledge to the library, it would generate new knowledge based on what they had given. By infinitely arranging and combining these words, all the history that has ever happened, the things that are happening now, and the prophecies that have yet to come, will be provided by the library. Just like a conjunction in mathematics, this string of digits contains all possible combinations of numbers. Similarly, the library contains all possible combinations of words. This library serves as a repository for the entirety of humanity's known and unknown knowledge. It holds every question ever asked by humanity, with all the possible answers to those questions. Here, you will find everything, but nothing you seek. You will be lost in an endless sea of information. If we go any deeper, we may end up on the path of no return. We have to get back to the primordial sector. Look for bookshelves that are arranged in an orderly way. Remember, follow the passage with the most orderly arranged bookshelves, and you will find a way out. That is not the way. Choose your path carefully.
すべてを終わらせましょう。アンサー。
That marking. It must be Ares' doing. These traces are new. Causing widespread damage, behaving impulsively, and showing a blatant disregard for the consequences. Quite the way for her to behave. If we continue to follow these traces, we will find her in no time, barring any unforeseen circumstances. This is the second time. You've noticed it too? Something feels off about that bookshelf. Irreversible. That is the direct translation. Irreversible? What is irreversible? The pendant. It's glowing. It seems you have the ability to freeze the flow of time in a small area within the library. Perhaps this power can be of use. Sure. Well, doom is fated. That is what it said.
Looking pretty awful there, Zero. Are you in such a rush to seek my shelter?
No, not me. It is rather than wasting time arguing with me, focus instead on the situation at hand.
So annoying.
全てを
Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Already calling that simpleton the seer, huh?
You are getting more vulgar. Is that a bad habit you picked up during your years outside? No one can control the activation of the beacon. What Sia said was true, and the prophecy is true. This is enough to prove Sia's identity. Or are you being stubborn for the sake of the impossible?
This attitude, caring about absolutely nothing. It's seriously disgusting. I wonder what it'll take to crack that icy expression of yours.
I do not understand why you are so fixated on something beyond your control. By the way, Ere, we ran into something unusual on our way here.
Is there anything in this place that isn't weird? Instead of getting sidetracked by irrelevant stuff, perhaps we should focus on what to do next. How long has it been?
Based on our subjective time flow, it has been 2 hours and 25 minutes.
That's surprisingly long. Didn't they say that its activation time has dropped to less than an hour over the past decade?
This time and the last time were unexpected.
So are we just going to stand here and do nothing? But we still have a chance. This sphere is actually a machine that can be harnessed, and there is a command to stop it. Find Tasni, and he'll help you discover that command. That reminds me. Looks like we don't have to stand around and wait after all. There's one more thing we haven't verified yet. Didn't you claim you can scan the library? And didn't you say that the future me asked you to find Tasni? Must I go through all the stories? Zero.
Tasni is the 372nd director of Emaon.
He was the mentor of that annoying Cosmos. After passing the director's position to Cosmos, he ventured onto the path of no return and got lost in the library. And that all happened 80 years ago. So, if we want to see him, we have to go back 80 years.
これらの経験を記録しておきます。
失礼ですが、公爵様はいらっしゃ。羊見習いとして仕えていた頃を思い出します。
力は法の後ろ盾のもとにある。
軽率に話さず、軽率に記さず。 警察、この図書館は大切です。私、それ以外は何も持っていませんから。許される限りで全ての質問に。私、許される限りで全ての質問に答えます。ありがとうございます。軽率に話さず。
フロレンティン家の執事にはありがとうございます。最高のお返しを用意しますね。羊見習いとして仕えていた頃を思い出します。
力は法の後ろ盾のもとにある。
これらの経験を記録しておきます。
羊見習いとして仕えていた頃を思い出します。未達成事項が多すぎます。公爵様に尋ねられる前に片付けましょう。雨の中を行きましょう。現場は片付きました。いつ公爵様がいらしても問題ありません。おかげさまで大変光栄なことです。私は本来の仕事をしていただけですから。未達成事項が多すぎます。公爵様に尋ねられる前に片付けましょう。触らないでください。傘と共に。雨の中を 中を行きましょう。現場は片付きました。いつ公爵様がいらしても問題ありません。おかげさまで大変光栄なことです。私は本来の仕事をしていただけですから。未達成事項が多すぎます。公爵様に尋ねられる前に片付けましょう。雨の中を行きましょう。触らないでください。現場は片付きました。いつ公爵様がいらしても問題ありません。おかげさまで大変光栄なことです。私は本来の仕事をしていただけですから。
力は法の後ろ盾のもとにある。
これらの経験を記録しておきます。
Enki? Enki? Where are you? Ninsar?
$59mm, 98mm, 60mm. Oh, it's all gone.
Ninsar, great, you're here. Where's Enki?
About 10 minutes and 36 seconds ago, he went to known sector B19 on modern floor.
Oh, I've said it so many times. When the library is opened, stay in your current original sector. Oh, why? Hold on. Sector B19. Isn't that the starting sector where the squad of
Yes.
Oh, what a troublemaker. This Tasni's child is just a carbon copy.
Judging by his speed and usual antics, he should be in sector A87 on the same floor. You're fast, Nana. If you go after him, there's still time.
All right, I get it.
Nana,
Huh?
can you bring me some pottery clay when you come back? And my chisel is broken. I need a new one.
Is that all you need?
Yeah, that's it.
This way leads to the starting sector for the squad of no return. Enki left his special markers here. Looks like that brat has already made up his mind to leave.
海の月を救ってみせて。
15 minutes have passed. Good. The biggest obstacle to my plan hasn't shown up yet. Once I cross the next sector, I can blend in with the squad of no return. And this time, I will...
You will what?
Whoa, Nana! How did you get here? No way! How did you pass the foolproof door? I prepared so many questions! Did you really answer them all correctly? Could it be you know how many grains of sand are on Earth's surface? Or calculate how many drops of water it would take to extinguish the sun? Or how long it would take a chocolate bar that doubles in mass every minute to fill the entire universe?
Of course not. I didn't answer those ridiculous questions. I just smashed the gate. By the way, you're not allowed to install any gates without permission.
I protest! Only the most despicable of brutes would resort to such a crude method to bypass the foolproof door! You're cheating! Cheating! How could you?
A stinky brat who doesn't follow the rules has no right to protest. How many times have I made it clear? You and Ninsar aren't allowed to venture onto the path of no return If you continue to be so disobedient, I will kick you out of the tower for the...
Please, Nana, don't. I'm sorry, my good Nana and Hedwana. Please don't banish me.
Ugh, stop calling my full name with that pitiful tone when you want something from me.
I'm not acting innocent. I mean it. I swear on the Library of Babel that I'll never secretly call Hedwana an old, nasty, stupid woman behind your back.
巡れ月よ加減の月
Oh, chill out. Oh, for the sake of Tasni. For the sake of Tasni.
「海の月を救ってみせて」
返しなきゃ。
愚かだ。ひざまずけ。
All right. I won't banish you from the tower. But in return, behave yourself and go back to Ninsar.
You idiot! Idiot! Yeah, I mean it! You're such an idiot! Why did you tell Nana where I was? Why did you stop me? Didn't you promise not to tell her my whereabouts?
That was just your one-sided request. I don't remember agreeing to it.
I don't care! You're made and stupid! Ninsar is a dummy. I'll never play with you again, and I'll never talk to you anymore. People who don't keep their promises are the worst.
Whatever.
Hey. Idiot. Idiot. Ninsar. Ninsar. Sister.
What's wrong?
My apology. Here, I fixed it for you. No, this won't do. It's too ordinary, too mundane. How could I create something so plain? Hold on a sec. Let me add the rifling and explosives to this chisel. Then it can help you blast through rocks and reach the working surface needed for the sculpture. Don't worry, I'll include a control system to ensure a precise blast range. Accurate to the millimeter. I know there are many parameters to consider, but I'll make it happen in just an hour.
No need. This one is good enough.
You're so mean.
I'll call this child Mer.
All right, not a bad name.
Well, Sally has been interrupting my work lately. Can you do something to make her quiet down?
Sally, huh? I'll make her a cradle, like a cat's cradle. When she's tucked in, she'll go to sleep peacefully. No, no, that'd be too boring. Let's see, I'll add some extra features. How about this? I'll make a special cradle that, when you place any creature inside, it won't need to eat, drink, defecate, or lose hair. Forever in peaceful sleep.
Alright, let's go with that.
But I don't have enough materials to make my genius idea come true. Hey, Ninsar, perhaps we could use your...
No way. Don't touch what I fixed.
I just don't get it. Aren't you bored of restoring these ancient relics day in and day out? Even if you fix them, they're just lifeless objects that won't progress any further. So why don't you let me give them a makeover?
I don't understand either. Why do you have to make Nana angry? Why do you always want to go deep into the library? If you have questions, just ask me, and I'll give you the answers. You don't need to find your answer in the library. What are you exactly looking for in there?
I want to know why our father embarked on the path of no return. So how about stop acting all smart if you can't even answer such a simple question, sister? If I can go deeper into the library, maybe one day I'll meet our father and ask him that question myself.
You know that's not going to happen. He left 10 years ago. Even if we set out now, we'll never find the time sector he's in. Please, Enki, don't say anything like that again. Whether inside or outside the library, humans' short-sighted perspective will always prevent them from seeing the truth. Don't let the library consume you.
I've crossed off the librarians who went down the path of no return from the roster. Are you doing all right, Nana?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the 2 kids Tasni left behind. They're the only ones who can make you look so grumpy.
I'd rather not talk about them. Let's just say they're giving me a headache. One of them is always curious about everything, while the other doesn't seem to care about anything. If only they could somehow balance each other out.
They did cause you a lot of trouble, it seems.
Dealing with Enki is simple. Just give him a good beating and he'll behave. Or at least pretend to. But Ninsar... well, you know. To her, everything is transparent. After all, she has known the answers to everything since birth. So naturally, she has no expectation for anything.
Well, they were born inside the library. Maybe it messed with their heads? Despite their extraordinary intelligence, they're still limited by their young bodies. So their desires come across as innocent and unfiltered. Tasni sure left you with 2 troublemakers.
Well, let's forget about it for now. What's causing me a bigger headache is our dwindling numbers. We're short-staffed.
Yeah, many of us have gone down the path of no return. The library's opening hours are getting shorter, and everyone's worried it might close permanently. Me too, Nana. I've applied to join the next squad of no return. You won't see me after the beacon is activated again.
What did you just say?
Hey, don't give me that look, Nana. The library is open only for too short of a time. So, if you want to keep exploring the unknown sector, there's no turning back. But what's the harm? We won't return until we reach the end of the library. That's where we'll all end up eventually. I've waited for this day for far too long, Nana. I hope you can give me your blessing before I embark on this journey. Let's think back to the past and think about how far we've come. The first explorers of the library didn't even know how to get back to reality. Thousands of Emians sacrificed their lives to find the difference between the primordial sector and the unknown sector. By studying the unknown sector, countless Emians suspected that the library is a comprehensive collection of all human texts, like a decoding machine. It was only when our predecessors discovered a room full of Elish meditations that had the exact same content but different punctuation that the hypothesis was confirmed. Based on clues, records, and legends, our predecessors started to realize that the library might contain things from different eras. The extension of the library's time, and only now we have glimpsed its vast expanse. Until recently, some of us suggested that there is no separate time dimension within the library, but rather, time itself is an extra dimension that has always existed. I'm genuinely curious about what else this library holds. Nana, I'm really curious. What is it exactly? Does it have an end? And why does it keep creating new content? There are so many unknowns ahead, and I must embark on this journey. How can I resist? Pray for me, Nana. If we meet again in the future, I'll be sure to have the final answers. And when that time comes, I'll share everything I've seen and heard with you.
I understand. May you return from the library.
Thank you, Enheduanna. Although, I prefer to meet you again on the path of no return.